Hi, this week I'm going to talk about a word that gives me flop sweat every time I have to try to say it. Proprioception. Hi, I'm Jason Pierce. I'm a personal trainer, and this week we are going to talk about proprioception, which is essentially your body's ability to know where it is in space. It's our ability to balance. It's our ability to know how far away something is. It's our ability to catch something that's thrown to us. The ability to know where you are in space without necessarily seeing where you are in space is what it is. And there are a lot of different body processes that are involved in proprioception. Your brain receives the sensory information and tells you how to act on it. We have microreceptors in our skin, tendons, joints, muscles that can tell us how far something is to reach for it. Your peripheral vestibular system, which is pretty much your inner ear, this is how you maintain balance and posture. And if you've ever had a messed up inner ear, sometimes you get vertigo and you get all dizzy. That's where that comes from your inner ear. And then, of course, your eyes. Your eyes help you to see things and then judge where things are in space. So why is this important? It's important because if any of those systems are messed up, like I mentioned about the ears, then you become off balance, unsteady, and it can really affect how you get through life. I've had bouts of fairly bad vertigo before, and it just lays me out for hours. Like if I stand up, I start getting sick to my stomach. So if your inner ear gets messed up, it just throws off everything. If you get injured, so you sprain your ankle, all of a sudden walking becomes a challenge. As we age, a lot of these systems can break down in various ways and make it harder to stay upright, harder to balance. And it's important to be able to maintain control over proprioception as we age. Anytime in life, really, but as we age, it's really important. So how do you do that? There are things you can do to train proprioception. Yoga is really good for that because you get into very strange postures that involve various forms of balancing. Sometimes you're twisting your body across your center axis, which throws off your balance. And the ability to get into those poses and hold them can really strengthen your proprioception, which is awesome. Playing a musical instrument does the same thing. If you play piano and can do it without looking at your fingers, that's proprioception. That's really getting your brain fired up in those systems. Juggling, touch typing. If you can learn how to touch type, in other words, not look at your fingers while you're typing, that's also a form of it. There are some tests that you can take just to see how your proprioception is, and then you can use those same postures and tests to improve your proprioception. So let me just give you a couple of them. There's a balance test that I've talked about before, where you simply put one foot in front of the other, give yourself a little bit of space, and then you lift your heels up on both feet, and that's going to make your balance go off a little bit. So that just there can be a lot for some people. Try that, see if you can hold it for 10 seconds, and then if that becomes easy, then you look up while you're doing it. That throws you off quite a bit, and then when you can do that, you close your eyes when you can do it, and that will throw you off even more. But when you can maintain balance with your eyes closed in that position, awesome. Then you've got one-legged poses. So in yoga, there's tree pose, but you can simply just pick one foot off the ground and try to hold your balance. And again, if you can, look up. And if that's easy or once that's doable, then you close your eyes and see what happens. Closing your eyes makes a huge difference in proprioception. And you want to be able to navigate with your eyes closed in the dark and not just rely on your eyes to maintain your balance. Especially in the middle of the night, you need to be able to navigate safely if it's dark. There's a lot of different poses you can do to strengthen proprioception. And it's really important to try some of these, and you don't have to do this for very long. If you just spend a minute a day doing one of these, that's going to make huge dividends for you down the line. The better your proprioception is, the less chance you have of falling. A big part of proprioception is when you're walking, say it's uneven ground and there's a rock and your foot slips a little bit and you don't fall. That's because your body is tuned into your environment and able to adjust itself. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of times when I'm walking my dogs and I trip over something or step on a twig or something and almost fall, but don't. It only takes one fall to really mess up your life as you get older. So you can train your proprioception and you can make it better. And maybe the first step is learning how to say the word. For me, it was. I hope you found this interesting and useful. Please like and subscribe, tell your friends, and as usual, stay healthy.